Look at Elon Musk. You know?
What about Elon?
I mean, he's not the same Elon Musk from 10 or 20 years ago. I told you my Elon Musk story.
Yeah, back when you met him across the street from the White House at the hotel.
Hey Adams Hotel.
When you say he's not the same guy, like just normal personality changes, or
I think it's a combination of things.
Back to Palantir though, so you would imagine they're compartmentalizing for different countries. Doesn't it get weird though when you have an organization that has intel about every one of these countries individually themselves that allegedly they're not passing back to CIA?
Yeah. Especially when the conventional wisdom is that this is a CIA company.
Yeah. Like doesn't that feel a little bit like it could be the start of a 1984 novel?
I would guess that, okay, if they're working for the Brits, the Australians, the Canadians, the New Zealanders, we don't care.
Okay.
Okay, because Five Eyes, we're all sharing everything anyway.
Okay.
But let's say they're working for the French, the Germans, whatever, the Hungarians. Who knows? I don't know. I am going to say that an officer from the CIA's National Resources Division, those CIA officers around the United States, the National Resources Division was created just so when a corporate CEO or other officer went to a denied area, say he went to Moscow for a meeting or Beijing for a meeting, somebody from the NR division would go and say, hey, I'm from the CIA, you're a patriot. Can I ask you some questions about your trip? They always, always say yes because they're patriots. I would guess that with Palantir, there are regular routine meetings within our division saying, I was in the United Arab Emirates the other day, and I ran into so-and-so, and this is what he's interested in, and, something like that.
Yeah, that one just scares me. I don't know. It's also like the guy, you did the biography on him, but the guys who are in charge just seem a little teal and carp. When they talk, they seem a little divorced from reality, particularly of the everyman, to be clear.
I think
that's how tyranny starts.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally agree. Look at Elon Musk.
What about Elon?
I mean, he's not the same Elon Musk from 10 or 20 years ago. I told you my Elon Musk story.
Yeah, back when you met him across the street from the White House at the hotel.
Hey Adams Hotel.
When you say he's not the same guy, like just normal personality changes, or
I think it's a combination of things. He just signed a $1 trillion contract with Tesla, and he's going to have to make a bunch of targets to collect that money. But it's no longer about the technology. It's no longer about, for example, when is the last time you heard him talk about colonizing Mars?
Hey guys, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's a huge help. Thanks, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Time was, you couldn't get him to shut up about colonizing Mars. What about the high-speed vacuum tube that we were supposed to go from LA to San Francisco in 45 minutes? What happened to that?
John, when I saw that $1 trillion deal, I had a thought that I was like, damn, I should have had this thought fucking 15 years ago. Like when you look at the math, because it was already true then, but men are becoming countries.
Yes.
He's a country.
Yeah.
It's about to be worth $1 trillion.
And if I were Elon Musk, I would worry about, an eat the rich movement.
Of course.
I really would. I would worry for my own safety.
Well, he has positioned himself. I'm not even saying this is wrong at all. I'm saying it's just interesting. He's positioned himself as the man of the people who saved free speech and is speaking for the everyman and funded Trump, who represents the everyman and stuff like that. But you are absolutely right. Who said this the other day? I want to give him credit, but it's like it should be the Captain Obvious point, but they just put it so beautifully, and it's exactly what it is. They're like, the future isn't a division of left-right problems. That's just what we're looking at right now. It's up-down. It's elite and everyone else. And when you look at any empire that has fallen around the world, one of the many traits of the falling of the empire, and I would argue it's probably the most important trait, is a severe separation and disagreement in future and hope as it pertains to the lower classes and the elites. And we talked about it earlier, was something else, but you see that wealth gap divide. This is something that's happening around the world, and you are getting people who are getting so wealthy that, chump change of their wealth could solve world problems. And I say this as someone who is in no way a socialist or anything like that. I don't agree with that ideology, but does a person need $1 trillion? No, the fuck they don't. No. Sorry.
Nope.
Sorry.
Nobody does.
I don't think it's a slippery slope to say, oh, you make that illegal, but like, you got to have some self-awareness or something. I don't know. Give some of it away. I don't know. It's easy for me to sit here as a guy who's worth about $2.
Warren Buffett has famously said that he's leaving his children literally nothing.
Respect that a lot.
Yeah. I do too. Every cent of it goes to charity.
And you know what? I don't know how his kids or grandkids feel about that, but I would imagine if they get older and wiser, especially like the grandkids and the ones who are younger, they'll thank him for that.
Yeah, they will.
You don't have any fulfillment in life when you're just giving money. Mm-mm. I always, in my old career, I saw that, the kids that had the trust funds, they were just dead.
Oh yeah.
They were dead.
Yeah. And they never really reached any kind of potential.
Nope. They were always living in the shadow of something that wasn't theirs. And I actually felt bad for a lot of them, like they didn't choose to have that happen.
Yeah.
But
agreed.
I just think there's something about the purpose of life that like you make your own way, whatever that is. I do something public. I want to be the greatest in the world at it. I will be one day. I'm going to have kids.
Yep.
I want them to go do their own fucking thing. I don't want them to worry about like what their dad did and have to
none of
follow
my
that.
kids, none of my 5 kids have any interest in doing what I did, which I think is wonderful. And they've all done things completely different from each other. My oldest is a bond trader in Chicago. My second is an elementary school music teacher in North Carolina. My third is getting a degree in supply chain economics. My fourth changes her mind, but right now she's studying engineering. And my fifth is in 8th grade. But they have completely different interests, which I think is the best and the healthiest.
And that's and that, I just think that leads to more happiness that way too. And that's great that you support that as well. Also, not for nothing, I wouldn't want to follow in your footsteps after what they did to you as well. So maybe that was one good thing to come out of it, right?
That's right. That's right.
John, it is always a pleasure, man. We'll do
Pleasure's
this again.
Mine. Always enjoy coming here and seeing you.
Love talking with you about world events. You have such a good outlook on stuff. So until next time.
Good.
All right. We'll have everything linked down below for you. Your X, your Substack, your new show, all that.
Yeah. That sounds great.
Okay.
Great. Cool. I look forward to it. Thank you.
All right. Everybody else, you know what it is. Give it a thought. Get back to me. Peace. Thank you guys for checking out this clip. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe and hit the like button on this video. It is a huge, huge help. And if you'd like to check out this clip's full podcast episode, that link is in the description below or right here. And finally, you can follow me on Instagram and X by using the links in my description below.